At 1:47 p.m. on April 14, 1944, on a jungle-cloaked island most Americans had never heard of, a single Marine stood up in a shell crater and changed the way a battle was fought. He wasn't carrying a rifle. He wasn't holding a grenade. In his hands was a weapon older than gunpowder, one the Marine Corps never issued, never approved, and would later pretend never existed. What followed over the next 4 minutes would silence 8 enemy positions, save dozens of lives, and expose a truth every army learns the hard way. Innovation in war rarely comes from headquarters. Private Jack Hatchet Riley crouched low, knees in mud, rainwater collecting in the folds of his fatigues. The air smelled of cordite, rot, and wet earth. 80 yards uphill, a Japanese bunker had already killed 11 Marines that morning. The machine gun inside had perfect fields of fire. Every attempt to move forward was cut down in seconds. Grenades had failed. Bayonet charges had failed. Doctrine had failed. Riley tightened his grip around a bamboo shaft wrapped in wire. At the end, a sharpened piece of truck suspension steel. Other Marines whispered behind him. "He's crazy. That'll get him killed. What the hell is he holding?" Riley exhaled slowly. The bunker's firing port became the only thing in the world. Jack Riley grew up in Pittsburgh's Polish Hill, a hard neighborhood built on steel, smoke, and survival. His father worked the blast furnaces at Jones and Laughlin Steel. The family lived in a cramped 2-room apartment above a butcher shop. Jack went to work at 14, lying about his age. By 16, his hands were scarred and his shoulders thick from hauling scrap metal. He learned early that strength alone wasn't enough. Control mattered. But the skill that set him apart didn't come from the mills. It came from his grandfather. In the old country, his grandfather had thrown the spear in village competitions. Not for medals. For pride. For tradition. For mastery. He taught Jack the ancient mechanics. The run-up, the crossover step, the whip of the torso, the explosive release. "Throw straight," he said. "Let the spear fly true." By 18, Jack could hit a barrel at 60 yards. By 20, he was winning amateur javelin competitions across western Pennsylvania. Then came Pearl Harbor. Riley enlisted in January 1942, 3 weeks after the attack. Boot camp at Parris Island revealed his fundamental problem. He questioned bad ideas. After watching a bayonet course, he said what others only thought. Running at machine guns with knives on sticks is suicidal. The drill instructor was not amused. Extra duty followed. So did a reputation. Riley wasn't a problem Marine. He was worse. He was a thinking one. By March 1944, Riley was with the 3rd Marine Division on Bougainville. The island was a nightmare. Dense jungle, steep ridgelines, and Japanese defenses built for annihilation. Bunkers were camouflaged, reinforced, and mutually supporting. Spider holes hid riflemen who appeared, fired, and vanished. Marine doctrine was simple. Suppress. Grenade. Charge. In reality, grenades bounced off trees, rolled downhill, or detonated harmlessly outside narrow firing ports. To have any chance, Marines had to close to within 15 or 20 yards. At that range, machine guns shredded them. Riley watched it happen again and again. Private Tommy Sullivan's grenade tangled in vines. Corporal Jimmy Rodriguez's grenade bounced back. Sergeant Frank Kowalski's squad threw 18 grenades and lost 6 men anyway. Casualty rates exceeded 40%. Riley did the math. This wasn't courage. It was geometry. After Rodriguez died, Riley spoke to his lieutenant. "We need standoff weapons," he said. "Something accurate at 50 or 60 yards. We have grenades. They don't work past 20. You got a better idea?" "Yes, sir. Javelins." The lieutenant stared. "This is 1944. And we're dying like it's 44 BC. Dismissed." That night, Riley went into the jungle with a machete and a Zippo. He cut bamboo, tested shafts, split ends, lashed steel with wire, balanced each weapon by feel. By dawn, for javelins lay hidden in his foxhole. Unauthorized weapons meant court-martial. Doing nothing meant more body bags. On April 13th, a bunker blocked a supply trail. 3 Marines advanced with grenades. None landed inside. Artillery was cold. Riley stood. "One throw," the lieutenant said. "Then get down." Riley ran. Plant. Crossover. Release. The javelin flew straight and punched through the firing port. Screams. Silence. He threw again. 2 dead defenders. The bunker fell without another Marine casualty. "Make more," the lieutenant ordered. April 14th. Hill 155. 2 failed assaults already. 11 Marines dead by early afternoon. Riley crawled into a shell crater with 6 javelins. "Court-martial me later," he said. "Let me work." He stood. 8 throws followed. 8 hits. Main bunker. Flank bunker. Spider holes. A running soldier. 4 minutes. No Marine died after Riley began throwing. Word spread without paperwork. Marines trained Marines. Bamboo became supply. Scrap metal became doctrine. Companies using javelins cut casualty rates nearly in half. The Japanese noticed. Capture documents sketched Marines throwing spears. They adapted. A classified memo authorized field expedient standoff weapons. Translation: keep doing it, don't talk about it. After Bougainville, the javelins were burned or left to rot. No manuals. No procurement. No doctrine. Riley went home. Worked a machine shop. Raised a family. Never talked about it. When he died in 1989, his obituary didn't mention Hill 155. A single photograph survives. 2 Marines grinning. 1 bamboo spear. Bougainville, April 1944. They called them the spear chuckers. That's how innovation really happens in war. Not in offices. In shell craters. End.